you enjoy the write-up. Alright, so last season there was a green-black Undergrowth deck that Game Deceive and a few others played to decent amounts of success. This is similar to that idea with a red splash. We have Judith, Rix Maadi Reveler, and then Domri Chaosbringer. I've been pretty vocal about not liking Domri on this stream just because a lot of the shells he fits into just don't have enough creatures for his -3 to hit 2 creatures consistently. That being said, this deck is playing 31 creatures, which is pretty close to enough to have Domri work consistently. I see people in chat commenting on Tecatli Honor Guard. Post game 1, we're cold to Tecatli. Post board, we've got 2 Necrotic Wounds, a cast down, and a trophy, so maybe that's enough. At any rate, let's go ahead and jump on into some matches here and see how it feels. See how things line up for us. Which Linux distribution do I use? I use Ubuntu 18.04 with either the Enlightenment Moksha desktop or XFCE. Please be mono blue. Please be mono blue. Please be mono blue. Rats. Rats! We're so unlucky. Ah! I am 1-1. Have I mentioned that I hate this card with a passion of the Burning Suns? Just like, mill 6, hit 1 extra creature. What a pile of dog poop. Every time I've tried to play that card in Standard, the takeaway has been I'm incredibly disappointed right now. The things that you're enabling with that card in Standard are not proportional to the downside of having a literal 1/1 for 1 in your deck, in my experience. Alright, they cast Hostage Taker, we drew a 1/1 for 1, so the game is over. Are any of these cards good? I'm just gonna bring in the 4 removal spells and cut the 4 1/1s for 1. Let's do that. Let's give this a go. Give this one a try. It's always funny how the numbers dip when I'm streaming when people are getting off work. I appreciate all y'all that have me on in the background while you work throughout the day. Thanks for sharing your workday with me. Yeah, an explore creature could be better. Just like play Merfolk Branchwalker. You're on in the 4. I love all of the background people. Oh. Hey, Midnight Reaper is actually very good in this matchup. Being able to trade inside of combat and have us end up drawing a card is a very good exchange for us. Do you teach then, Geoff? As the purchasing manager in charge of IT, I'm able to dictate that I have a second screen just to watch on Twitch. God bless, Photon. Alright, well, they took our 2 best cards in the matchup and they dumpstered them, so hopefully things go a little bit better for us from here. Next turn will probably be Glowspore Shaman into Plaguecrafter. Parents Amazon Prime. Well, God bless your parents then. Whoop. Look at this. Gonna upgrade my 3-1 into a 3-2. Busted. Maybe I'm supposed to find back... Maybe I'm supposed to find back my Midnight Reapers there. We really want to draw a land next turn, so that way next turn we can go smack them, Midnight Reaper, Rix Maadi, draw 3. Perfect. Oh, this is loose. I should have played the other Midnight Reaper. Ooh, that's actually really good. I get to do this, grab Plaguecrafter. Whoever said Plaguecrafter was bad in this matchup, I'm generally inclined to agree with you, but it's kind of been really good here. A spectacle with this. Necrotic Wound's like okay here, but I think I'd rather trade it in for 3 more cards and putting another creature in play this turn. Carnage Sharn seems like bad to pick up here. I feel like they're probably supposed to grab an Explore creature, so that way they can go like Wildgrowth Walker, Explore, gain a bunch. Cause like they're dead through the Carnage Sharn, right? They had Jadelight Ranger in there. I think I'm happy with how I boarded. I'm actually going to trade a Harpooner for a Plaguecrafter, just because the Plaguecrafter's like pretty reasonable there. And Harpooner doesn't kill a lot in this matchup. And my only comment on the deck so far is I'm not convinced that Stitcher's Supplier should be in here. I wonder if Stitcher Supplier should just be Land War Elves. It could be an Explorer creature too, but like, Land War Elves is real good. Oh, Diva's playing Priest. Priest is really interesting. Oh, Gutter Bones too? That build looks sweet. Alright, really need to draw a land. Alright, God bless us, everyone. Chupacabra is hungry. Yay! The impossible to race man! I always love how Black Green's just like, yo dog, you thought you could race? JK. LOL. Try again. I'm gonna attack with this, because if they block, I get to draw a card. Good golly. I think I have to find here, because I just need to get back Ravenous Chupacabra so I can kill their giant Krasis next turn, but like, the Krasis is going to draw them so many cards it probably doesn't matter. I mean, the opponent's hand is kind of far from perfect. They've just like, drawn reasonable spells that are in their deck, whereas our deck has a 9 mana 6/6 in it. That's hard to enable. What are the odds they don't have another Hydroid Krasis here? Almost zero. Super dead. Let's see. Maybe this deck's just bad against Sultai. Wouldn't be the first deck we played that's just bad against Sultai. Definitely the case. I think all of the Angels decks do really well against mono blue. Black white Angels, blue black Angels. Blue white Angels, sorry, not blue black Angels. Blue black Angels would be an interesting collection. Green black Angels. Flying in Vigilance is a green black ability. Alright. Tutti frutti. Oh, Judith. Tutti frutti. Do do do. Do 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 do. Thanks, Schwitty. Hopefully I'll have a good time. If I scrub out of the tournament tomorrow, I might make Matt let me into the booth for a little bit, because doing commentary is fun. And this standard format is gas. Hey, look at that. The blue-black control deck's not doing a whole lot, and they died. Oh, they're Esper control. Now everything makes sense. They're Esper control. How far do I have to go for the NRG tomorrow? I can literally walk there from my house. The hotel they picked it at, we actually go there and get takeout for dinner sometimes. Really, really far. Yeah, I'll also be easy to spot chalky. Because, like, I have pink hair. I actually have Tempo. We got Tempo Storm jerseys in the other day. So I get to wear my Tempo Storm jersey. We're like a real esport, chat. We're a real esport. So, Nerd Rage Gaming, one of the people on my scrollers, they do $5,000 cash tournaments every single month. So I'll be playing in their tournament tomorrow. Eat sports, yum. Eat sports, yum. Let's try this. No, everybody else lives all over the country, Mr. Photon. I think I'm actually the only one in the Midwest. One of the only ones. For Magic, I'm definitely the only one in the Midwest. This hand just doesn't do anything, right? Yikes. Blessed by our mana. They did actually send me pants, too. I'll probably just wear jeans. Chunder them! Come on. Thank you for the tier 2 sub and for the 3rd month in a row. Welcome back. If you want to follow the tournament tomorrow, you can tune on twitch.tv/NRG series. Oh yeah, Durward is Wisconsin, isn't he? He's actually on the West Coast this weekend. Forgot, he is in the Midwest. I'm a big old liar. Alright, one more shot at a Black Source before I concede. That's just the worst. When you're like, well, I hit the Black Source, so I'm basically dead, but I feel obligated to continue playing. Alright. We're on the take the removal spell in the sweeper. Hope they frickin' die to these things in 6 turns. Alright, here's fingers crossed these things go the distance. Turned out pretty well. Well, that went. I turned around to throw my thing back in the corner, and my board state was set. I guess Brontodon's probably good, just because it dodges that stupid sweeper. Sell out bad luck, right? Now, if we lose to Esper, we know this deck is unplayable, right? Because, well, Esper. I really just don't feel like this card is enabling anything meaningful. Like, we have 2 copies of Molderhulk in our deck, so, like, we're literally playing 4 1-mana 1/1s to enable Molderhulk. Seems really loose. Harpooner Domri combo. Yeah, I guess that's technically a combo, huh? You riot the Harpooner. Make some noise. They binned the Bell Haunt. I guess that's bad in the face of Plaguecrafter. Yeah, fodder for the priest makes a lot of sense. It also can mill gutter bones in her deck, right? You do have an icon next to your name, Geoff. You should be a-okay. Kaya's Wrath. Kaya's Wrath. Alright, that's a Domri. You're getting ads, that's awkward. Are you getting ads on the device you're currently messaging from that you're logged in on? That shouldn't happen. Maybe Twitch is having issues. Oh, feels bad, man. Alright, they're at 6. Wrath me, baby. Wrath me. T-Dub, thank you for continuing your sub, Gifty. Hope you're having a good one. Read. Yeah, the NRG tournament isn't a Grand Prix. Of course it has coverage. Yikes. Alright, Domri. Let us witness your downtick. Woo, buddy. Now there's a Planeswalker, chat. Now there's a Planeswalker.
Power can go a long way.
You okay? You okay? Alright, get another shot here, Jundergrowth. You get another shot. You get another shot. I don't know if I like this card though. I feel like I might cut this. How many lands are in this deck? 24, it's probably fine. Technically enabling this. I feel like we enabled this good enough. I don't know if we have enough things that we want to sacrifice to enable Priest. Just gonna play an I'm just gonna put Merfolk Branchwalker in my deck. I don't want to fully change the deck. Like, Diva's build seems sweet, but I want to just, like, gut this and swap to hers. Small changes are fine. Temple of Tilt, Temple of Tilt, do 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 boo boo boo. Sounds good, troll. Man, where are the Kraul Harpooners when you need them? Where are the Kraul Harpooners when you need them? No, I think we still have Glowspore Shaman, and we still just, like, have a bunch of creatures that can be trading in combat Amazing Ace. Like, we can play 2 copies of Molderhulk. You don't need to be all in on Molderhulk to make it playable. Want to check out some of their options here. I think I want to lead on this because I'd rather this get countered than Judith. Because, like, we don't really need the card advantage from Midnight Reaper in this matchup. And they're pretty likely to counter whatever we play this turn. Want to try and race here, and Judy lets us race better. So hopefully Judy will get down this turn. And if she doesn't, we'll find Finality and pick some stuff back up. They have Siren Storm Tamer in play here. Actually, I just fight this one, right? It's the same result. It's the same result. This makes them use their mana. They're going to counter the ability. I'm going to block here because next turn I can find it back. This also denies them a card draw. Get a Plaguecrafter in there from earlier, too. Next turn, I can Memorial to Folly, pick my Harpooner back up to play my Harpooner. Yeah, I think Vivian on average tends to just be much better than Domri in most decks. The fact that Vivian generates card advantage on her plus as opposed to a down tick is a big deal. Yeah, I feel like there must have been a mono blue convention where people just like all got together and agreed they wanted to be annoying and manually tap the lands in the monocolored deck. I'm so tilted by Jeff's opponent manually tapping on mono blue that I conceded my game. Alright, so this happens. Next turn, I get to Memorial to Folly, pick up Plaguecrafter, play Plaguecrafter here, unless they play another creature out. So I think I want to play around Dive Down. This is worse against Merfolk Trickster, which sucks. But I think it's right to play around Dive Down. So they have Merfolk Trickster then. That's how this works. Yep. Top 1,000 matters this month, party. I want to get into whatever it's called and stay there ideally. Alright, so this is great. This is great. These are fine. This is fine. This is fine. Let's cut a bunch of this clunky top end. Do I trim a land? Nah, I probably don't need to trim a land. Is Plague Mare good here? I think Plague Mare's probably good here. Midnight Reaper probably isn't super necessary. Let's do this. Yeah, resolving Finality is powerful, but it's also like not very likely to happen. Richard Garfield won't be commenting here anymore. That the only thing worse than people manually tapping with their monocolored decks is people who are trying to defend them. Ain't nobody got time for that here, Chad. We got ladder matches to play. Use the auto tapper. It's your friend. Alright, what do we got? Things I do not care about. Spell Pierce, so I guess I take their opt. Spell Pierce like almost doesn't have a text box against us, huh? And what do you think wins in a fight? A horsefish or a nightmare horse? Why is my nightmare horse much smaller than a horsefish? I feel like horsefish or nightmare horse should win in that fight, but it doesn't appear to be the case. They need to manually tap on mono blue because they hate themselves and others. Details on the top 1,000 are here. I'm like 90% sure it starts this month. This deck probably has a pretty okay mono blue matchup with the tools that it has. Between the 4 Harpooners, all these Chupacabras, there's like mono Flame Tongue Kavus, just like... I wonder if I'm supposed to bring in the creature that gains us a bunch of life. Maybe. Hey, T-Dub, thanks for the $25 tip. I appreciate it. You said at a glance to be willing to give it a shot. It probably will take a bit of work to make it good, so I'm donating 25. Well, thanks for the support, T-Dub. We'll be happy to get that added in. And I will definitely give it a once over before we play it. Yeah, it's awesome that they're moving organized play stuff towards Arena. I firmly believe that if Wizards of the Coast wants to be the future of digital card game stuff, they could be, and they need to focus on Arena for their competitive stuff. The lack of cheating, making the coverage more accessible to people at home, like, there are so many upsides to using Arena for things like that. Sand is fine, not amazing, but fine. If you know your history, Gabriel Paints, Wizards of the Coast once upon a time had their own stores and they failed, I'm pretty sure. Or they at least pulled back on them for some reason, so who knows. I don't know why Wizards of the Coast would try and break into the... They had stores all over the country. There was like a Wizards of the Coast store in the mall near my house when I was growing up as a kid. The profit margins on digital stuff is so much infinitely more than paper, it's unreal. I don't know why they would want to push into. I think I'm going to wait. So, like, if they have a Curious Obsession, I get kind of punished. But I think I'd rather just pass here and Plague Mare them. What part of Illinois did I grow up in? The south suburbs of Chicago. Man, do I need to kick my Arena in the throat? It feels like it's running real slow. Check my system process. I don't think anything else is eating system resources. Keep getting frame rate drops, it feels like. Yeah, Branchwalker could bin for Harpooner. I think I'd rather just get Judy down and start racing them, though. They missed a land drop this turn, which is good for us. So I'm intentionally targeting their tapped Jhin here, because this way this is a 4-4, which means they can't block this 3-2 without me trading here, because the Judy trigger will kill this. Whereas if I would have targeted this one and they would have used dive down here, I wouldn't be able to kill this inside of combat. So we're probably still dead just because we don't have interaction, but I do get 3 points of damage in here by targeting the tapped one. That's not gonna do it. I guess they need blockers here, huh? Like, I've got 8, 13. I guess if they have a counterspell, they're okay. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Kitesail Freebooter so I can attack Kitesail. Oh, this thing blocks too. Never mind. I always forget this thing has reach. Huh. Maybe I am supposed to keep the Kitesail there. Brutal. 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 Yeah, a lot we can do there. Oh, that was our freebie. Sweet. How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping by here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. If you enjoy standard best of 3 constructed, this is definitely the channel for you. We play a ton of different decks here. As always, I'd like to give a shout out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Past my subscribers, I'd like to shout out some of my sponsors here really quick. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, be sure to check out their streaming coverage as well at twitch.tv/NRG series. I'm actually going to be playing in their standard tournament tomorrow. I'm going to be playing the Teamer Climb deck, so that should be a lot of fun. Harry's Razors would love to help you get that close, clean shave using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/ShugalShave. You can save $5 on your brand new shaving starter kit with them. Remember, chat, just because you have a nice beard doesn't mean you need to have a neck beard. Neo provides wonderful candy-flavored protein bars using code Hoagland at bit.ly/ShugalBar. You can save 10% on all of your orders there with them. And, of course, I'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now, and I appreciate you choosing to spend part of your time here with us. We're going to head on into our next match here with this Jundergrowth deck. This isn't fair. Our opponent's in Diamond. We're completely outclassed. We just give up, right? Maybe this hand's a mulligan just because it lacks red mana? I don't know. It's like a pretty okay green-black hand. Hopefully they're a deck where Ravenous Chupacabra has text box. Otherwise, we're going to have basically mulligans. Esper. Things are not boding well for our Chupacabras. When's the body wash sponsorship? I really feel like I should reach out to some deodorant companies. Feel like that's something I could pitch. I'm just gonna pass here. I'm gonna pick the Midnight Reaper back up with the Memorial to Folly and replay that the following turn. Yep. Well, these are our red cards. No counterspell there is good. No removal spell either. I wonder what's in their hand. It's like have a bunch of Planeswalkers and card draw. Ooh. Plaguecrafter. Plaguecrafter's about to look real good like. Can I have a red land, please, Mr. Plaguecrafter? Oh, yikes. Sweet, sweet. That's a good rip. We start by attacking with this. Probably play another Reaper post combat. I've got so many good cards in my hand. I'm just gonna play Rix Maadi out without Spectacle and cycle one of these Chupacabras. I think that's probably for the best here. If they Kaya's Wrath me, I literally draw 6 next turn. You can't, unfortunately, tap lands. Ah!
I am not.
Alright, Alright, if they don't have a counter spell or a removal spell, Domri plus Harpooner can kill Teferi here.
Watch out when I flex.
Dunk.
Really should have seen that coming.
Alright, that was kind of sweet, okay? That was like in the range of acceptably sweet things to be doing. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what? Why would you tuck that? Judith Fruity. Oh, Judith. Judith Fruity. Do-do-do. Beer-do-do-do. Oh, oh no, Dan's lettuce. Ah, I just got dumped and I'm ready to take my anger out by handing 3 times out. Oh no, Dens, I'm so sorry I missed it. Have a sword. I'm sorry. We just crossed over our 8.5, so I'm getting a little loopy. Alright, can Domri pull us out? Alpstrom, thanks for the Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Oh, wait. Could I have killed them here? How many things are in here? No, couldn't have killed them. That's fine. We get Harpooner and Findbroker. Do I get Domri back or do I get Plaguecrafter? I think I want Plaguecrafter to cover me from a Planeswalker because they're gonna get a Teferi back next turn, right? Yep, there's Teferi.
Right on schedule. Keep up the pace.
Keep up the pace. Yeah, keep yourself in mind, Teferi. Nobody loves you, Teferi. Nobody loves you. Okay. Alright, do they also have an absorb for the Plaguecrafter? They also have an absorb for the Plaguecrafter. Okay. Okay. That's what you're saying. You probably don't even have a very good chance here just because they do have active Azcanta, which feels pretty bad. I guess if we hit a Molderhulk here, Molderhulk is like pretty reasonable because it lets us start looping Memorial. Maybe if the Molderhulk can punch. Revo, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, are we officially in garbage time? Oh no! Oh no, can we grind them out? Oh no, can we grind them? It was like the one card we could draw. The one card we could... It's just the most miserable card, just because like it gives us hope. Well, thank you for the 9-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Please counter my Molderhulk. Please counter my Molderhulk and remove the delusion that I have a chance. Please, please counter my Molderhulk so I don't feel hope. Please, please take my hope away from me. God bless you, Esper opponent. God bless you. Needed my hope extinguished. Alright, Chupacabra's pretty bad here. I think Judy's kind of mediocre. Just leave Reveler Domri in. Let's do it. Howdy, Wumpus. What is the NRG event? The NRG event is a $5,000 standard tournament hosted by Nerd Rage Gaming. It's happening in Bloomington, Illinois this weekend. Brontodon for Azcanta. Yeah, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's okay. The lack of worms in this deck might be wrong. I agree. I'm a big fan of Wormy Boy. Wormy Boy up in your base. Smashing Azcanta in your face. So this is a very creature-based deck. So like Domri finds Freebooter versus doesn't find Duress, for instance. Freebooter counts for things like Kraul Harpooner. Counts for things like the, what's it called, Dorko? The Molderhulk. Yeah! Duress this! How do you like it? How do you like it? Show me what you're working with. Yikes! Yikes! That's... Wait, do they have Swamp Absorb? They have Swamp Absorb. Lol. Lol. You never go full Esper, chat. Don't go full Esper. Mono greed. Take your 2-for-1s and your things now. Mono greed. Do 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 do. Got a cast down over there? Sure. Sure. Sure, you do you. You do you, opponent. Cry me a river. Oh, why is Domri so good? Why is Domri so good, chat? Is he busted? Is Domri busted? Find out all this and more next time on Hogland Stream.
Power can go a long way.
Whoop. Do-do-do-do-do. Dunk. Well, thanks for being here, Bert. Hope you're having a good one. Cast 3-mana Ravenscribe. Go. This adds a bunch of creatures to my bin, which is nice. Because it makes the Kraul Harpooner scarier. Look at that. Look at that. Domri punching the clock and going to work. I like it. I like it. Had low expectations going in for Domri. He's definitely exceeding them. That's the key to never being disappointed, chat. Low expectations going in. Easy to jump over the top of. Yeah, +1 counters are okay against Cry. Depends on what you're working with. Maybe I should have made my Midnight Reaper bigger instead of attacking to play around Moment and Cry. I might have actually, but I know we won, but it might have actually been a mistake the way I used Riot. I mean, that's basically what you have to do, Swift, in order to hit 2 somewhat consistently on his down tick. You need like 30 plus creatures to hit with him consistently. Yeah, I agree. He's obviously good. It's just his deck building cost is like super real. Like having a good deck while meeting his deck building, building cost is tough. You still have green-black elves as your paper modern deck of choice. I've fallen in love, Chewy. I've fallen in love, and her name is Vanafear, and she pods like I've never podded before. She does not cost me health. She does not die to lightning bolt, and good golly does she pod. Pod. I'm gonna take their absorb here. The fairy pod mother has paid me a visit. And she's wonderful. Just wonderful. Oh, they actually couldn't cast Absorb, huh? They actually couldn't cast Absorb. I need to pay attention to their crappy mana base more. I don't remember saying she was bad. Feel free to grab a clip of me saying that if I actually said that. I'm pretty confident I said I didn't think this card would stick on the board often enough to be a reasonable impact in Modern. Little did I know I was underestimating just how linear the average Modern deck is. Turns out average Modern deck really linear. Which means a 2/4 untapping with it is like kind of okay a lot of the time. Alright, so they're gonna Eldest Reborn me. Probably dead here. I guess they don't have anything too good to get with this. We really want to draw Domri this turn. I really wanted to draw Domri this turn. They have a Thief to get back. I guess they don't really have anything going on just yet. Play Molderhulk to get the Absorb out of their hand. Probably see them put Thief of Sanity into play. I guess they could take Molderhulk here and ramp themselves. I don't really care about that either way. I've got these Plaguecrafters loaded up. Three different ways to deal with this one.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Alright, the Go Garbage deck's gonna take out the trash here. What I mean by it's linear. In Magic, a deck is considered linear if it's trying to ignore what its opponent is doing and only do its own thing. So a good example of a linear deck in Standard would be the Blue-Green Nexus deck. We would refer to that as a linear combo deck. Basically, Modern is a bunch of decks that are very similar to Blue-Green Nexus. Think we've entered garbage time here. Feels like we're into garbage time at this point. What is linear? Y equals mx plus b. There's the real MVP answer.
You want hostile? You got it. You're gonna hurt when this is through.
Here's the best way to explain linear to someone. If you are playing your deck against a deck that only has basic forests in it, if any of your cards in your deck are blanks, then your deck has interactive elements to it. But if every card that you draw in your deck against an opponent who's only playing lands out has text, your deck is linear. It's not trying to be interactive. There's some asterisk like modal cards like Collision Colossus that are interactive as conditionals, but generally speaking, if your deck doesn't have text against a deck with all lands in it, it's linear. I mean, that would be the metric that you would look at. Creatures in general tend to be linear tools. Does it seem reasonable against Esper? It doesn't. I mean, everything seems reasonable against Esper. I don't know. I'm sitting here kind of feeling like I'm getting manhandled. Kind of feel like I'm getting beat up a little bit. Ooh. Oh, they tapped off of Absorb Mana. It's a Teferi. Okay.
Let's see some panic in the street.
Draw some cards.
That's nice. Very nice indeed.
I was wondering if this attack was good because it lets them kill my Domri, but I think I'm just supposed to be aggressive here. In.
Power can go a long way.
I think I'm gonna trophy their Azcanta here and then just play this Rix Maadi as a way to draw a card. Because you don't have to discard a card to draw a card. So you can just play this for 2 and then draw a card. And like, they have to beat the board. Now we're pulling ahead a little bit. They have to beat the board. And even if they Kaya's Wrath me next turn, I get to draw 2 cards from this and this dying. And like, I'm drawing a card off of playing this now. And I draw a card for the turn next turn. And Domri can possibly draw some cards here. They're at 6. I do feel like no Ravager Worms in here is probably a miss. The Molderhulks have been kind of whatever.
I know my responsibility.
And just like that. Just like that. It's all... Well, I mean... Well, shit. Oh, I should have gotten Molderhulk, huh? Do I have I don't have a Memorial to Folly in here, do I? Did I? I don't have a Memorial in here. Molderhulk's much worse than... I scried that to the bottom, right? Yeah, we scried that to the bottom. I'm going to take the Kitesail this turn, and I'm not going to cast it, because I want to play the Kitesail next turn before I play the Domri. Because I want to clear a counterspell with the Kitesail Freebooter. Yeah, double insight there. We're slowly getting buried. If they have Thought Erasure plus a counterspell, we could be in trouble. If they don't have Thought Erasure and counterspell or double counter, the Kitesail Freebooter could potentially push this Domri through, which could downtick into more action for us. They could have removal spell plus absorb here too, I suppose. None of those are counter spells.
I look forward to seeing you running away.
Oh, that was a mistake. I should save this to haste next turn. This lets them Kaya's Wrath. I should save this to haste next turn. Domri was very good in this match. This card's powerful if you could enable it. Maybe we should work on some other 30+ creature Domri shells. That was a mistake on my part. I'm gonna make this a 4/3 because they have Cry of the Canarium in their hand. Yeah, Domri's great in a Coco style deck. I agree. That's good for me, I think. It means their hand doesn't beat the board. They need help. Yep.
Go here, those go there.
I think we're dead. I think I messed up. I shouldn't have played the Molderhulk out. I think the turn I played the Molderhulk was a big mistake. There's also only 23 cards in my deck here. It would have changed something. It would have made my opponent have to block with the Thief of Sanity, and then I wouldn't be dying to this Thief of Sanity right now. That's what would be different. I'm gonna decline putting a land on top of my deck on the off chance they don't hit me with Thief. Probably dead here. Okay. We can pick Findbroker back up next turn, and then I can Findbroker. I can Findbroker the 6/6 and play the 6/6. I assume they're going to activate Azcanta here. Dig for a Teferi or something. Wow, that's good.
Glad to be here. Your problems are my profits.
Yikes. This is a close set. This is a close set. Yeah, I think if I hold the Molderhulk instead of playing it out into the Kaya's Wrath to haste with the Domri the following turn to force the chump block with the Thief, I end up in a bit better spot because they get less resources out of me. don't know how I feel about this overall. My main takeaway from this deck is that Domri was really impressive in a deck that has 30 plus creatures in it, but the rest of what we kind of had going on here I wasn't super impressed with. Like, trying to enable Molderhulk basically didn't feel particularly good. So maybe we just play more things like Chupacabra and Plaguecrafter and, like, just get off this silly plan. And, like, don't play Glowspore Shaman, just, like, play more good creatures in the deck that are, like, spell creatures, basically, instead of focusing on, like, trying to enable this silly graveyard sub-theme. Would be my takeaway from here. Like, I think like Kraul Harpooner is like a fine card and still cheeky with Domri in a deck full of creatures, even without having to like enable Molderhulk and stuff like that. Yeah, like maybe you just like jam an explore package into here, like cut this, cut these, play, you know, four Jadelight Rangers, 4 Wildgrowth Walkers, play four Chupacabra. Something like that. You could play Land War Elves. If you play Land War Elves, you could probably trim down on your total number of lands too, which would be nice. That would probably be the direction I take this in. Yeah, Sarkin, or the Scraggin